moments.
And they are taking their time with Dean Stoneman's car. They are in no hurry whatsoever. And I guess Santi Urrutia is actually a full lap behind, so he's not going to overtake Dean Stoneman on that lap.
We look at Zach as well. He has stepped up the pace a little bit, essentially matched Ed Jones for lap time, held that lead at roughly a little bit over 5 seconds. So with 3 to go, Kev, barring an unexpected pit stop by the leader, which could happen, I think our young friend here might be in a position to get this win. Think about this too, as the smallest guy in the field, just physically, stature, knowing how hard this track is, how physically demanding, that's been one of the questions. Can he handle an IndyCar? He's probably there to drive. Looking at what he's done today, good Lord, I think this guy is a little mini Iron Man.
I couldn't agree anymore with you, Marshall. And just the way he drives the car, he drives it so lightly. You never get the sense that he's overdriving the car. He doesn't overwork the tires by locking up a bunch. He never puts a bunch of steering wheel input in the middle of the corner. So I have a sense that his driving style and the setup that the engineers apply to that car just enables it to be quite free around the corner and not necessarily taking everything out of it like some of the other drivers do.
Also, great opportunity here for him to realize, and his team to remind him, he does not need to get by Dean, who's on fresh tires. Certainly will have more speed available to him. I know he wants to pass everything in front of him, but again, this is not something that Zach needs in order to win.
The lead is 4.5 seconds. Zach Veach, when the day began, or at least when the race began, was 53 points behind in the championship, and he exits 31 back. So right back in the mix. There's Ed Jones. He is now within 1 point of the championship. He started the race 17 behind Santi Urrutia. It's for everything, and there are still going to be 6 legitimately alive for the championship next week at Mazda Raceway, Laguna Seca.
There it is, and I think Ed Jones, as we have 1 lap to go, is going to have just a little bit of a smirk on his face, because after qualifying, he was livid with Mr. Santi Urrutia after what he did to block him in qualifying. So now, having seen Urrutia go a lap down, Ed is going to be smiling ear to ear, and then the question is going to be, who is going to show up to Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca ready to take this?
And on this last lap, we also see that Santi is 6-7 seconds behind Dalton Kellett in 11th. That might be a lot to capture in 1 lap, but boy, if he could get by him, he could extend from 1 point to 2 points, maybe. This is insane. I thought we were going to be doing nothing but crossing drivers off the eligibility list for this championship going into Monterey instead. It seems like we're adding.
Marshall, thank you so much for joining us in the booth here today. It's been a pleasure to have your insight. We'll continue to read your work at Racer Magazine and Racer.com. By the way, that championship finale, the second race of the weekend, next weekend at Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca, will air on NBCSN on Thursday night, West Coast time, very early Friday morning in the East at 2 a.m. September 22nd/23rd, 2 a.m. Eastern, for the Grand Prix of Monterey for Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca. We'll crown a champion and find out who's going to win the Mazda scholarship money. Through turn number 9, just a couple more to go for Zach Veach. He started 5th in this race, jumped up to 1st by the time we got to the bus stop, and his drive today has vaulted him back into the championship mix. Zach Veach wins at Watkins Glen International with a dominant drive.
Oh, Zach Veach, that was possibly the drive of the season. 5th to 1st at the start, and then just dominated it from there at the most grueling, most physically demanding track of the year. I mean,